What is good, YouTube? We are back here on Madden 22, and today we've been asked to rebuild the Dallas Cowboys. Before we jump into this rebuild, if you guys could leave a like and of course subscribe if you have not already to this YouTube channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. It helps out a ton and is going to help us grow in the long run. But the Dallas Cowboys, I can only assume this rebuild is going to be pretty easy, just because every time I do a rebuild, this team always seems to make the damn Super Bowl. So we'll see how it goes, but generating best lineup real quick, just kind of see what the team looks like. And okay, I mean, we could maybe use some help in the interior of the offensive line, maybe a better tight end on offense. But other than that, you have Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Lyle Collins, Schultz, Jarwin, who are two solid tight ends. CeeDee Lamb, obviously, young star in the making. And then you got Zeke Elliott, Tony Pollard. I mean, the offense is just crazy good. Although lately they've actually looked pretty bad for some reason. I'm not sure why. I am a Washington fan, so I low-key hate the Dallas Cowboys, don't get me wrong, but I have to give respect where it's due. They do have a pretty good roster. The defense has been playing a lot better than they were last year with all the acquisitions, guys like Micah Parsons, who is a absolute generational talent. So good for Dallas. I don't know if it's good for Dallas, but it is just, you know, it is what it is. Micah Parsons is going to be a guy we were going to have to deal with for a long time. So we got Randy Gregory, DeMarcus Lawrence, Urban Hill, Neville Gallimore behind him. Neville Gallimore is a star development 24-year-old, so we'll definitely have to keep that in mind. Curse, and then all right, so there is definitely some things we can improve on, but for the most part, I kind of like obviously a lot of the positions. And low-key, I really think we could build a Super Bowl team in this first season. I mean, I probably don't even have to do anything. This team would make the playoffs, but we do need to upgrade the left guard in the center spot. But other than that, I'm gonna try to rebuild this team here to start things off. I think we can do it. I really do. We just need one defensive tackle, and then we'd have two star development defensive tackles, and then we need a center and a left guard and a tight end and a strong safety. We could do that, right? That's easy. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a DFS player props website that allows you to go over or under on players' projections. You're facing no one in the world but yourself and the numbers. So let me go ahead and show you a few examples of how it works. So on this example, I went for a flex play on Deebo Samuel, Cordell Patterson, Laviska Shenault, and David Johnson, who were all able to hit or go under the numbers, which led to me getting $170. That's just one example. And here's another example where I didn't actually get everyone correct, but I still didn't walk away with nothing. Aaron Jones was able to hit over his fantasy score. Chase Edmonds got over 10 fantasy points, and Mercedes Lewis got under 18.5 receiving yards. But unfortunately for me, DeAndre Hopkins did not get a touchdown in this game. If you do decide to sign up, my link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They are offering 100% deposit match up to $100. So the first trade we have made is trading Curse in a 6th round draft pick for a star development strong safety and a star development young right guard who's literally only like 22, 23 years old. So he should develop in a really nice offensive lineman for us. The next trade we're going to be making is sending Urban and a 1st round pick next year and a 3rd round draft pick for a tight end and Mike Gesicki and Christian Wilkins, who can also play defensive line. So just like that, we've already upgraded our tight end position to an 86 overall tight end, and I'm going to go ahead and play Wilkins or someone on defensive line at defensive tackle. And then last but certainly not least, we're going to be getting Ryan Kelly as our center from the Indianapolis Colts for a 2nd round draft pick. So just like that, we've kind of built ourselves, I think, a potential Super Bowl team in season number 1. Obviously, there wasn't a ton to do, but the offensive line all looks good now. Everything is pretty much filled out. Dak Prescott has Mike Gesicki as a weapon. He still has all 3 of his tight ends. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Amari Cooper, arguably one of the best wide receiver trios in the NFL. Offensive line looks great again. Dak, Zeke Elliott, and then Tony Pollard, 1-2 punch. Dak, of course, hopefully he plays better than lately. And then Malik Hooker, Micah Parsons, Van Der Esch, Jan O'Neal. I mean, this team is solid. That's all we can say. Christian Wilkins, Neville Gallimore. And one person I didn't even mention at the beginning was Trayvon Diggs. 10 interceptions on season. Absolute, just an absolute ball hawk. Now, I will say, I don't think Trayvon Diggs is like a lockdown corner or anything, but he is an absolute ball hawk. Kind of reminds me of Marcus Peters when he was on the Kansas City Chiefs coming in. But guys, let's go ahead and start the first season with the Dallas Cowboys. And let's see if we win a Super Bowl season number 1. I mean, like I said, this team seems a bit OP in this game. I feel like I made them even more OP. So hopefully that translates and we end up being atop the NFC East and possibly going to the Super Bowl this year. Let's see what happens. So this year we went 12-5 and are in the playoffs, won our division. So awesome stuff. Now I will say we have like no cap space, which makes sense why like Leighton Vander Esch and Michael Gallup are never retained in free agency. But yeah, there's really no cap space for this team. The only player I was really able to re-sign, which I thought was somewhat important, was Mike Gesicki because his overall was higher than the rest. But Gallup, Vander Esch, Malik Hooker, there's a lot of guys who are going to be free agents. I want to see what Micah Parsons, he honestly deserves superstar development. He did get that. Thank you. Okay, so I was hoping he'd get superstar development. He did. We are going to lose Leighton Vander Esch in the offseason. Actually, we'll have to see how creative we can get, to be honest, and see if like there's a way where we can get like free up some cap space to try to re-sign Gallup and guys like that, but I doubt it. But if we go ahead and take a look at the stats real quick, we had Dak Prescott with 34 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Rushing wise, Ezekiel Elliott with 1,600 yards and 22 touchdowns. Tony Pollard, 11 touchdowns and 388 yards. Receiving, Mark Cooper with 5. Michael Gallup had the best year out of us, 13 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb with 8 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Gesicki with 400 yards and 6 tutties. And then defensively, let's go ahead and take a look at the sacks. Micah Parsons better be up here. Yeah, or DeMarcus Lawrence was 17. Okay. Parsons was 7.5 and interceptions. Trayvon Diggs, where's your 10 interceptions, man? He got 3 and Keanu Newton got 3. Okay. Well, can we win a Super Bowl in season 1 was the question. I mean, we don't have the ability to re-sign everybody, so this is the best our roster is going to be unless we get like super creative. So let's see if we can actually, one thing I do want to do real quick is I do want to import the local file I always use in the first draft class. I feel like after this, though, Madden doesn't give you another choice of loading a draft class, which is kind of weird, but whatever. So here we go. First round against the Arizona Cardinals. Can we win, or are we going to get eliminated in the first round? Hopefully that is not the case. 93 overall offense, and we are going to lose 31-24. Wow. So as soon as I take the Cowboys over, we lose. Makes sense. It's just my luck. It's a curse that I have, I guess. Okay. Well, our contract got extended, but the fact of the matter is we got eliminated in the first round, which is not ideal. I mean, how am I supposed to make this team better? I don't know. So we're going to lose quite a bit of players. We'll have to see if there's anyone. Let's go ahead and just check real quick. Let's see if there's anyone on the team making a ridiculous amount of money who doesn't deserve. So, all right. Our cap hit for 2022. Dak is making $34 million. Makes sense. Marcus Lawrence, fair. Cooper is making a lot of money. Zach Martin. Zeke Elliott. I mean, everyone here kind of deserves the money. Kind of deserves the money they're getting. I mean, there's really not a ton of ways to free up cap space here. So really, we're going to be relying on the draft. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot we can do. So we're going to lose quite a bit in free agency, and not ideal at all. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, we can't really cut Dak. He wouldn't do anything for us. Why would I do that anyway? It's just not. There's just nothing we can really do. So we're going to get even worse this offseason, unfortunately. We have $3 million in cap space. I don't even think we have the ability to sign our first round pick, is the scary part. So, yeah, not ideal at all. Let's go ahead. That's why I was really hoping we were going to be able to, like, let's look at how many players are about to lose. So, we have Michael Gallup, Randy Gregory, Leighton Vander Esch, Malik Hooker, who went to normal development anyway, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Keanu Neal. I mean, really, the only way we can get creative is through the trades, I believe. So that's gonna basically have. I mean, I can't resign Michael Gallup, right? Like, there's no way. He's not gonna accept this, and yeah, we don't even have the room to do it. So we're gonna lose Michael Gallup to free agency, unfortunately. No money going into the offseason, so now it's gonna get it's gonna get weird. $3 million, not a ton of things to do. I mean, the team is still good, thankfully. Offensively, we're still pretty damn good, so we have to feel happy about that. Tony Pollard's not a free agent just yet, so we pretty much have all of our depth other than Michael Gallup, obviously, on the offense. And then defensively, yeah, we lost like 4 positions that we desperately needed. Randy Gregory is gone. Both the linebackers are gone. We lost Leighton Vander Esch. I don't remember who was playing left outside linebacker for us. Oh, yeah, it was a 74 overall Keanu Neal, and we lost our free safety. So how are we going to make this team better is the question. I don't know, but we got to try, because we can't just walk into the season with this team. We don't have any money to re-sign anybody, so we're going to have to try our draft pick. There's a lot we're going to have to do. We'll try to figure it out. So the first trade we're making to get a little creative here is, unfortunately, we do have to trade Tony Pollard away and a third-round draft pick in order to grab a right outside linebacker and a defensive tackle who only cost us $500K each right now, but I know eventually they're gonna cost more money. So, but for now, I think it's a good move. The next move we're gonna be making is sending our strong safety for right end that we really needed because our right end position was definitely very bad. Okay, so we just made a little bit of a crazy trade, but I think this trade is worth it. Tyron Smith and a first-round pick for Devin White, Antoine Winfield, and Tristan Wirfs. So just like that, I feel like the team didn't just get... I think we just made it just better. Like, literally, did not expect that trade to go through. And now, when we take a look, we got ourselves Wirfs and Collins, obviously. Now we can move Wirfs to left tackle. So we still have a superstar development tackle who is 8 years younger than Tyron Smith. So I don't know. I'm blown away that the Buccaneers actually accepted that. So... boom, just like that, we got ourselves that position of need filled out. So we got younger at the tackle spot. And then defensively, we got Devin White in the middle, Milano, and we got Antoine Winfield. So, I mean, did not expect that to go through, but the Buccaneers definitely just helped me out quite a bit. So, W. That was a huge trade that we needed to make. Devin White, Milano, Micah Parsons, that is just scary. Antoine Winfield as well, free safety, DeMarcus Lawrence were able to keep. This team looks scary in my opinion. And I think we also gave ourselves a little bit of money in free agency. I'm not 1000% sure. We have $7 million. So one thing that would be solid is if we could retain Gallup. I don't think we can, but I'm going to try. I want to try to keep him. So let's see. Can I offer this? No, we don't. Okay, we can't. Never mind. I don't think we can keep Gallup. Man, it would be so awesome if we could. 48 total point offer is not going to get him. We can get some wide receiver, though, it looks like. So I'm going to try to get a third wide receiver, I guess. I can. I got to restructure this a little bit. So this is going to be like all my cap space right here. Like right here, Jacoby Myers be our third wide receiver if he decides to accept. And let's see if we get him. So we get ourselves a 93 overall offense, 90 overall defense with Devin White, Matt Milano, and we don't get it doesn't look like we get Jacoby Myers to accept yet. Let's see if he accepts next week, maybe. And he probably won't, but even if we don't get him, it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't look like he's going to accept. Wait, did he? Or am I tripping? It says we have, like, no money now. So, maybe he accepted my negotiations. Oh, the Raiders. Oh, it's because my offer still stands with him. Okay. Well, let's see if there's another wide receiver maybe not getting a single offer. Devontae Adams just now getting an offer. Antonio Brown, that would be actually kind of interesting. Zach Pascal. You know, Antonio Brown's probably going to go down in overall, but bring him into Dallas for a year or so. I mean, sure, why not? If you want to come here for 2 years, Antonio Brown, you're more than welcome to come play with us for a little bit. Would be pretty nasty wide receiver core. Let's see if he accepts. Just getting all kinds of Buccaneers players, and he is going to maybe accept. Never mind. We're not going to find out until after I figure out why this game keeps crashing. So we did, in fact, get Antonio Brown to be our third wide receiver. So this is going to be the offense going into season number 2, and this is going to be the defense going into season number 2. So, I mean, it's scary, I think. I think it's a scary defense. I really do. So hopefully we're able to do something this season. We didn't make the Super Bowl last year. I imagine we're not going to have a ton of cap space next season either. So this is pretty much the last season because there's no way to make the team better. That was like really lucky. So hopefully it's good enough and we end up making it to the Super Bowl this year. So thankfully this team did end up making the playoffs. I was a little nervous at the midseason deadline. We were literally 3-4, so I was like, what the hell is going on? But thankfully we won a lot of games down the stretch, 12-5 on the season. And we have no cap space in the offseason. So like I said, this is now or never. We cannot afford to have another offseason. We just can't. The team is going to get even worse. I don't want that to be my problem, if you know what I mean, because it would just be a lot of headaches and time to try to put together a really good team. Because like Devin White's a free agent. There's so many CJ Gardner-Johnson free. There's so many free agents I would have to resign, and it just wouldn't even be worth it, man. So we have no money to bring any of them back. So this is basically now or never. So if we lose here, that's it. We can't do anything about it. We are playing the Carolina Panthers, went 9-8. We lost in the first round last year. Let's not do that again. I can't stand for that. Come on. We got to beat Carolina here. We got to get past the first round. And we do. Just like that, we end up beating them 42-24. Absolutely stomped them. And we didn't even look at the stats this year. Forgot to totally show you guys that for season number 2. 37 touchdowns, 9 interceptions from Dak Prescott, rushing Zeke Elliott 17 and 1,500 yards, receiving Amari, CeeDee Lamb. Antonio Brown had himself a pretty solid season here in Dallas. And then defensively, if we take a look, we had, let's see, is Marcus Lawrence still living? Yes, he is. Marcus Lawrence still living up to that contract. 15.5 sacks. Christian Wilkins with 11. Micah Parsons with 7.5 and interceptions. Matt Milano with 5. Trayvon Diggs, where are the 10 interceptions, my friend? All right, here we go. Next week, can we beat the Buccaneers? We made a big trade with them at the trade, or not the trade deadline, in the offseason. We got a lot of their good players. Dak and Antonio Brown are going to go ahead and go up in overall. Don't mind if I do. Let's go ahead and sim to next week. Can we beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to get to the NFC Championship? And we are going to lose 34-22. Look at that, guys. Negative $13 million in cap space. I see how it is. I see how it is, Madden. As soon as I take over the Dallas Cowboys and make them even better than they already were, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because I am cursed. I get it. It transfers my curse from 2K goes over to Madden as well. We lose 34-22. Contract is extended, but doesn't matter because I can't make the team even better. It's going to get worse. I'm not going further in this video. The fact that we didn't even get to the Super Bowl today is absolutely terrifying to even think about, because I don't know how we did it. This is the best team I've ever put together, obviously. 95 overall offense, 93 overall defense, and we can't even make the damn Super Bowl? Madden hates me, man. That's it. It is what it is. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it regardless. I had a weird feeling about this today, because I knew going into this, it can't be that easy. It just never is with me. So, this is Crushables 2. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.